Greetings, dear viewer, and welcome to Purposes Crossed, where I hope that people who are called by Jesus for different purposes cross paths and exchange ideas. In this video, we continue with our series of devotions on the Psalms, and today we are dealing with Psalm 14. Psalm 14, a Psalm of David, begins with the well known declaration, "Fools say in their hearts, there is no God." We should resist jumping to the easy but erroneous conclusion that the psalm is talking about atheists who deny the existence of God. For what the psalm focuses on is not belief but actions, which we will realize if we read ahead. David says that those whom he calls fools are those who are corrupt and do abominable things. This indicates that he is not talking about mere belief but concrete actions. It is easy for us to just scratch the surface and think that the psalm is talking about atheism and says that atheism is foolish. But that is not what the psalm is saying. Indeed, what it is saying is much more insightful and much more relevant to us who believe in God. What the psalm is attempting to do is bridge the gap between belief and action. If I claim to believe in God, do my actions confirm such a belief or contradict it? If I am a person who is corrupt, of what use is any declaration that I believe in God? If I do things that are contrary to God's will and character, who would be convinced if I were to say I believed in God? In fact, if I acted in ways that are contrary to God's nature and purposes, I reveal that I, not the atheist, is the one who truly does not believe in God. In that case, I am the fool of whom the psalm speaks. In that case, I am the one who, through my actions, declares louder than any words that I could say that I truly think that in my heart there is no God. You see, it is easy to shrug off the words of the psalm and think they are addressed to those who explicitly say that there is no God. But we cannot get so easily off the hook. The scriptures rarely address those who are outside the community of faith. This is because the scriptures are the texts that those who believe in God, revealed by Jesus, consider authoritative for their lives. The scriptures are written for us, even if they are not written to us. And so when we read the scriptures, we should be careful to avoid thinking too easily that they are relevant to anyone but us. Many of you would be aware that Paul quotes from Psalm 14 in Romans chapter 3. And there, Paul is clear that he is extending Psalm 14 to apply to both Jews and Gentiles. In other words, by extending the application of Psalm 14 to the Gentiles, Paul is making it very clear that it originally applied to the Jewish people, those who knew that God existed because of how he had related to them in the past. What this means is that the people described as those who say in their hearts there is no God are those who say with their mouths that there is a God. These are the people who act as though there is no God. They act as that there is no God who is concerned about justice in the world. They act as though there is no God who weeps at the devastation caused by his image bearers. They act as though a mere verbal assent to orthodox beliefs is all that is needed in one's relationship with God. However, the psalm is clear that such ways of acting reveal the person to be a fool. For God is concerned about justice in the world. He does weep at the devastation caused by his image bearers. And David envisions a time when deliverance for those who are downtrodden will emanate from Zion, when God would restore his people. David paints an interesting picture of God's involvement in this deliverance. According to David, God chooses as his companions those whom the aforementioned fools subjugate and oppress. Many people reading the Bible have recognized that God seems to favor those who are poor and powerless. This is not because they are poor and powerless, but rather their being poor and powerless makes them especially vulnerable to injustice at the hands of those who are rich and powerful. And since God is not only interested in a just world, but intimately invested in one, he takes up the case of those who are deprived of justice. So we can see that if we consider the whole psalm, we cannot come away with the naive understanding that the psalm refers to atheists as fools because they say there is no God. Rather, the psalm poses a question to those who say there is a God. And the question is, Do you, by your actions, reveal that you are a fool who has said in your heart that there is no God, even though you say with your mouth there is?